If you're trying to learn how to play Lord of Verminion in order to complete your challenge log, or in order to get that sweet MGP payout for the tournaments, I got you covered. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to play and what to keep in mind as the game progresses. The first thing we need to cover is how to get into a match. Now, if you haven't attuned to the Minion Square Aetheryte, then you have to talk to the lift operator, which is here on screen, and from there you can travel to the Minion Square. Now when you arrive, you can choose between three options: Verminion challenges, battles with other players, and tournaments, which all unlock after completing the tutorial stage. Let's start with the challenges first. The Lord of Verminion challenges are rather simple. In fact, I beat all 25 with just 3 minions: Manorville, Horschiffant, and Kojin. Why these 3, you ask? We'll get there soon. For completing each challenge stage, you'll receive a total of 5,462 MGP. Also, completing these challenge stages works toward completing your challenge log, so if you're looking for the fastest way to fill the challenge log, this is going to be the way to go. You also will be having boss battles every about 5 stages, which are fun and have their own mechanics for each fight. The last thing to note about the challenges is after completing all 25 stages, you will receive the Clockwork Titania Minion, which looks kind of cool. Little spinny dragon. Next up, we got the battles with other players. You can play against other players for tournaments or for RP, which is just the in-game rating system. I found that queue times for the RP matches are very long, so I haven't even been able to get into one, even after waiting for over an hour. And for the tournaments, the queue times are also very long, but I have been able to get some of these. The rules will change for each tournament, so make sure to look at what they are before joining a match. Most of the time, it's going to restrict the type of minions you're able to use. With all that being said, I advise doing the tournament matches against the AI. If you're trying to verse the AI in the tournaments, you're going to want to choose the Master Tournament. Unlike the normal tournament matches, these won't have type restrictions, so you can use any minion you want. Why should you do tournaments, you ask? Because this is the highest payout in the Golden Saucer every week, assuming that you don't win the Jumbo Cacti. But more importantly, this is the only way to get the best minion in the game. Penguins are literally the best. Speaking of the highest payout, we have a video up on the channel breaking down the 7 most underrated MGP farms. If you haven't watched it yet, you totally should. It will be linked at the end of this video. Anyways, for the tournaments, you can play up to 15 matches, and the more wins you get, the higher you will place. I found a consistent way to get all 15 wins for the tournament. If you'd like a video going over my strategy, let me know in the comments below. It's a little more in depth than what this video is going to cover. It is also worth noting for placement that if you have the same number of wins as someone else, the higher placing will go to the person that completed their matches first. So I try to get those matches done as soon as it starts. In order to find out when a tournament starts, you can talk to the tournament record keeper, and he will either tell you when it starts or allow you to join the tournament if it is currently going on. Also, after the tournament ends, don't forget to claim your winnings by talking to him again, using the MGP voucher or FC buffs here for even more MGP. But that's enough about the game modes. Let's actually start learning how to play. Before actually loading into a match, you're going to want to set up your minion hotbar. You can do this by clicking Character, Gold Saucer, and then Lord of Verminion. You will see an Edit Hotbar button. Now each minion is going to specialize in a specific aspect of the game. Now when you click on a minion, you will see its HP, attack, defense, and speed stats, along with its targeting for its attack, whether it's AoE or single target, what it costs to summon the minion, and what it is strong against. Each minion will also have a special action that it can use, and the bar to use it builds up over time. You do need 4 of that specific minion in a group, however, in order to start building that gauge. If a minion does not have a structure in its strengths, then it will do significantly less damage to that structure. Now, there are 4 main structures in the game. Gates, where you summon your minions. Search Eye, which allows you to see where enemy minions are traveling if they aren't near a structure of yours. Shield decreases the damage crystals take, and the crystals. Destroy all 3 of them to win. In general, I tend to ignore the search eyes since I am playing against AI. This would be much more useful against other players for ambushes. There are 2 main phases to any match of Lord of Verminion: the briefing phase and the engage phase. The briefing phase allows you to summon some early minions, but only up to a total cost of 60. During the engage phase is where the match really begins. You can use WASD to move the camera, left click to select the minions, and right click to move them. For controller players, I will have a link in the description that will take you to an article that breaks down all of the buttons for you there. You could swap between your 3 gates, A, B, and C, to choose where the minions are spawning. Now, in order to actually attack a structure, all you have to do is put your minions inside its circle or its little red box, and then they'll auto attack it on their own. One thing to make sure to note is that if there are minions within that same area, it will prioritize attacking the minions over the actual structure. So once all the minions are gone, that's when they'll hit the structure. And a little other thing, sometimes the minions tend to wander, especially as enemy minions walk away, they'll kind of follow a little bit. So make sure you keep an eye on them and make sure they stay within the zone that you want them attacking. Otherwise, they're just going to stand there and it's going to be really awkward. I personally recommend starting with the shield structure to destroy first, and as that is being destroyed, starting to attack the crystals as well. I also like to start with the outside crystals and to destroy the middle one last. The reason for this is later in the match, if your opponent destroys gate B, your minions won't have to run all the way across the map. Instead, they only have to run about halfway. It is also worth noting here that the gates, shield, and search eye will respawn after a certain period of time, and you will be able to watch its bar progress as it gets closer to respawning. The crystals, however, do not respawn. As the match progresses, make sure to watch your minions' health and be ready to summon new minions as they die. You're able to queue up to 2 extra minions after you have maxed out the total cost that you can use. When they have an ability ready to use, the minions will start to flash in your minion party list. To use the ability, just select the minion and press the big red button at the bottom of the screen. And that's pretty much all of the basics you need to know in order to start playing Lord of Verminion. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will make sure to answer them as soon as I am able. Also, if you think there is something important that I missed, please leave that down below as well to help as many people as possible. We are all here to try and get better. If you're interested in how I get all of my tournament wins against the AI, I can make that video. Also, if you want a full breakdown of how to complete each challenge stage, let me know about that too, and I can make that video as well. Now, as promised, the 7 underrated MGP farms video will be popping up on screen now, and YouTube thinks you like this video too. I'd make sure to click on one of them, just to keep YouTube happy. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.